what is your take? Let's start with coach. What is your take? What does, because Arsenal right now, by the way, let me tell you something. Even if a person doesn't support Arsenal, I think when you see what they have been able to do in the last 3 years, as a person who knows what it takes to do that, you need something. Like, even if you're a hater, like, yeah, I know that we banter Arsenal if you're not a Arsenal supporter, but like on a hustler to hustler level, when you see where Arteta has put in too much work, those boys are putting too much work. And it is so painful to see a person pass through his peak, like Saliba, and he doesn't have any good thing to show for it in club football.
But for me, I think Arsenal, what is affecting Arsenal right now are like two things. First of all, they need to have a strong mentality.
When you say strong mentality, what do you mean?
Because you see now, like Declan Rice, there are moments in that those two games against PSG, why you could see now that the team has fallen off. But the character that Declan Rice showed to carry the team, to run tirelessly, to take responsibility, to drive the team, Arsenal needs another player like Declan Rice, either on the forward line or in the back line. And I think Arsenal not having Gabriel Magalhaes, I think affected them is so much in that game, because Magalhaes has that kind of drive that he brings into the team.
Let me first take you back to something that you have said, coach. When you say that Arsenal needs a person that has the mind of, let's say, the mindset of, let's say, Rice, the question is it that they need another player from somewhere else, or the players have it but they didn't tap into it? Because I would want to think that people like Odegaard, I want to think that that squad of Arsenal right now, they should have that.
No, they don't have that. You know why?
That is a lot of
the truth
even Saka.
There's executing your responsibility to perfection. But then there's
a willpower.
Yeah, there's that, and then on top of that, you also demand more from your teammates. You demand more, or you kind of take responsibility of their duties. You get. Now Declan Rice has that. You get. He performs his duties to perfection, and still gathers time to make the people around him do better. You get. While Saka, a player like Saka, will do his role to perfection, but you won't demand more from like a player like Merino. He won't track back to do maybe the responsibility of like
of the back or the right back,
things like that. But however, shifting from that to the point of having a striker, I feel like Arsenal don't really need a striker, because apart from
course, there's not I think this is now.
No, let me tell you. Let me say
is that a striker. They need a striker, that is for sure. But the priority to me, the priority is not for having a striker. Let me give you an example. Arsenal last season, apart from last season, I think the other season of 2023-2024, Arsenal scored the record number of goals in their history in the Premier League.
Yeah, they scored a lot of goals.
They didn't have a striker by then. They didn't have a striker. And to me, football is a collective game. Goals will come if the team is clicking. You get. You don't need to have that outright number 9. But Guardiola, I think, won like 2 Premier League titles without that outright number 9. I should be brought in hard.
What
people forget, when you compare someone to Pep Guardiola, you're probably comparing someone to the best coach.
That's like comparing someone to Messi.
Because you mentioned Ferguson, Guardiola,
the end of story. The reason why we think Arsenal needs the number 9 is that if all is going well, Arsenal can even gain you 7 goals, like how you see how it beat Madrid. But the good thing with those typical number 9s, they have an ability to decide a game, even in the worst places. Like, for example, let me tell you something. If you have noticed, maybe, okay, yes, Madrid can overpower a team, but if you've noticed, Madrid has a reputation of not even dominating possession, but being clinical enough.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the things that everybody knows about Madrid.
That's true.
They could be like, there are some games, even you reach there and you're like, what is happening to Madrid? Then in a space of like 6 minutes,
3 goals.
Hey, score 3 goals.
Yeah.
So I think that this goes to, I think that can even supplement the point that you just raised. That's where a clinical number 9 can decide a game. Like what Mbappe did. Mbappe is not a 9, but Griffin Mbappe shifted that World Cup of Argentina and France.
He took responsibility. That is what I feel. On the pitch at that time, they had the number 9. Column 1. He was the one playing as the 9. Mbappe was coming off.
What I was telling you is this.
Arsenal need that mentality.
They need a person
Look
like
at
right.
this, you get. It may not be it may not be a number 9. It may be any other player.
At what point in the field?
Not
Do they need
anything.
another Declan Rice?
Need.
In the front? In the back?
If Arsenal can get a quality right winger with Declan Rice mentality, the number 9 comes in as a secondary option or as a secondary thing. You get.